You ever leave a hangout feeling drained? Like you gave everything and got nothing back? Or maybe you're always the one texting first, checking in, making plans, while they never really reciprocate. It's frustrating. It makes you question if they even care, or if you've just become their emotional dumping ground or backup option. The truth is, most people in one sided friendships don't even realize it's happening until it's already taken a toll on their self esteem and their peace. In this video, I'm going to break down 15 subtle but powerful signs that your friendship might be way more one sided than you think, and what you can actually do about it. Number one, you're always the initiator. If you didn't reach out, would the friendship survive? Being the initiator means always being the glue. Texting first, planning the hangouts, remembering birthdays. At first, you tell yourself that you're just a planner type, but over time, you start feeling like you're the only one keeping the friendship alive. You start to wonder, do they even think of you when you're not around? Emotionally, this builds resentment. You feel taken for granted, like your presence is assumed but never appreciated. It makes you feel invisible for a relationship that you constantly show up for. Instead of making excuses for them, like they're just busy, try pausing your effort. Don't ghost, just observe. If silence is the loudest response, that's clarity. Real friends don't let the connection fade that easily. Number two, they emotionally dump on you but aren't there for you. They know where to find you when their world is falling apart, but they vanish when yours is. They call to vent, cry, unload. You listen, console, give advice, but when you open up, suddenly they're unavailable or give hollow responses. This dynamic creates deep emotional imbalance. You start to feel like a dumping ground, never supported, always supporting. It fosters guilt even when you just think about expressing your needs. A true friend listens and shows up. If the relationship feels more like therapy than connection, it's time to reevaluate. You deserve reciprocity, not emotional labor masked as love. Number three, you feel disposable. You're not their first choice, and maybe not even their second. You get invited when others cancel, plans with you are last minute, and sometimes forgotten altogether. They're excited to hang out when it benefits them. Otherwise, silence. This makes you feel replaceable, like a placeholder in someone's life. You tell yourself, maybe I'm overreacting, but you're not. If your presence is optional, it's a red flag. Start noticing who prioritizes you, not out of convenience, but because they value your presence. Good friendships feel consistent. You deserve to be someone's first thought. Number four, you're excluded from their life. They know everything about you, but you barely know what's going on with them. You found out they moved, broke up, got promoted from Instagram, or worse, from someone else. You think you're close, but the truth is, they're keeping you at arm's length. This creates a false sense of intimacy. You're investing in someone who only sees you as background noise. You deserve to be part of their real world, not just their curated moments. A one sided friendship will always make you feel like you're always knocking on a door that they never plan to open. Number five, you leave interactions feeling worse. The vibe is off, you feel tense after seeing them. They might throw subtle digs, disguise insults as jokes, or minimize your achievements. You start doubting yourself. Did I say too much? Was I too annoying? Good friendships don't make you second guess your existence. They don't drain you or dull your shine. You should leave feeling lifted, not deflated. Don't normalize walking on eggshells. Pay attention to your body. If it feels heavy after time together, that's your cue. Number six, they don't respect your boundaries. When you say no, they push. You cancel and they guilt trip you. You need space and they take it personally. Suddenly, your boundaries feel like a problem. This makes you feel like you owe them your time, energy, and access, even when it hurts you. Over time, you avoid your own needs to avoid the emotional fallout. Respect is non negotiable. Real friends honor your limits. You don't need to explain or apologize for protecting your peace. Number seven, you can't be your full self around them. You shrink around them. You hide parts of yourself that feel too soft, too loud, too sensitive, too ambitious. Why? Because they made you feel like being yourself is too much. Authenticity is the core of connection. If you have to edit yourself just to keep someone around, that's not friendship. That's performance. The people meant for you will embrace you in full volume, not only when you're easy to digest. Number 8, they downplay your success. You land a new job, start a new business, hit a personal milestone, and they respond with, "Oh, cool," or change the subject. They don't cheer for you, they minimize your growth. And deep down, you sense that it's not neutrality, it's envy. You start to share less to avoid the awkward silence. But dimming your light never makes people shine brighter. True friends will clap loudly even when they're in a tough season. Don't tolerate energy that shrinks you. Your joy deserves to be loud. Number 9, they joke about you too often. You're the punchline every single time. They joke about your looks, your dreams, your past, all wrapped in a laugh. And if you get hurt, relax. It's just a joke. But it's not funny. It's eroding your self worth one laugh at a time. Repeated jokes at your expense are just mass disrespect. Speak up. And if they don't adjust, that tells you everything. Friendship is supposed to be a safe space, not a roast session. Number 10, you're only there for their low points. They call you crying, anxious, spiraling, and you're there every time. But when you're going through something, radio silence. You've become the crisis hotline they call in storms, but abandoned during calm. It's emotionally exhausting. Real friendship flows both ways. You're not a 24/7 support system. You're a human with your own needs. If they can't show up when it matters, then stop picking up the call. Number 11, you feel like you have to earn their time. You notice that spending time with them starts feeling transactional, like you need to impress them, entertain them, or be useful just to keep the connection alive. You're constantly proving your worth, even when you're drained. This creates a dynamic where love feels conditional. You think, if I'm not doing enough, maybe they won't want me around. That's not friendship. That's performance anxiety disguised as connection. You shouldn't have to audition to be in someone's life. People who want to be in your world will make room, not make you beg. Number 12, they're supportive, but only when it benefits them. They show up sometimes, but only when it makes them look good. They'll post you on your story when you're both dressed up. They'll be there when there's an audience. But when it's just you, no glam, no crowd, no audience, they're MIA. This creates a false illusion of closeness. They love the image of the friendship, not the intimacy. Friendship is built in quiet moments too, not just in highlight reels. If they only show up for optics, not authenticity, you're not their friend. You're their prop. Number 13, they make you feel guilty for having other friends. They get weird when you talk about new friendships. Suddenly they're distant or passive aggressive. They might even make comments like, "Don't forget who was there first." But friendship isn't ownership. It's not about competing for space. It's about celebrating each other's growth, including new connections. You deserve friends who are secure enough to see you expand, not try to shrink your circle out of fear. Number 14, you're always the one apologizing. Even when it's not your fault, you're the one saying sorry. You try to keep the peace, smooth things over, fix the awkwardness. They get defensive, and instead of resolving things together, you absorb all the blame. Over time, this makes you feel like the problem, like you're always overreacting or being dramatic, but really you're just emotionally aware, and they're emotionally unavailable. In healthy friendship, accountability goes both ways. You deserve space to speak your truth without being made to feel like a burden. Number 15, you feel drained just thinking about them. Even thinking about texting them back feels like work. Your body tenses when you see their name pop up. You overthink your words, brace for drama, and feel low after every interaction. That's your nervous system talking. One sided friendships are just emotionally tiring, they're physically exhausting. Your body knows what your mind is still trying to process. This relationship is no longer safe, supportive, or mutual. Friendship is supposed to be a source of peace, not pressure. If the thought of reconnecting makes you anxious, you've already outgrown that bond. The truth is, some friendships were only meant to teach you how to love yourself better. The hardest part isn't walking away, it's realizing you were alone the whole time. You are not too sensitive, you are not too needy, you are not hard to love. You were just trying to be loyal to people who didn't know how to hold space for you. From this moment on, your peace is priority. Your energy is sacred. Start choosing people who choose you back. Like this video if any of this hit home. Comment what was your breaking point in a one sided friendship. Subscribe for more real talk on healing, boundaries, and relationships. Share this with someone who needs to hear this. You might be the reason they finally let go.